Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Got a different little look going on today, don't I? This is my Cinderella MAC collection haul video. I didn't get very much from this collection, mainly because I'm a vibrant, bold makeup girl. I like my bold lipsticks and my bold eyeshadows, and I don't wear a lot of neutrals, so this collection really wasn't appealing to me. But I did get a couple things and I wanted to share those with you and give you my opinions on them, and because I got so little, I will have time to do some comparison swatches for you as well for some of the products. So let's get started. Just to let you know, the look that I did, even though I didn't get the eyeshadow palette itself, I decided to create a look based on similar colors of MAC shadows that I already have. And I think I was able to pull off pretty much the same look that you would get if you had that palette. The reason I did get that palette is because 5 out of the 6 shades are already permanent, and the reviews for the one new shade, which was for this palette, which is actually the palette's namesake, Stroke of Midnight, haven't been so great from the beauty bloggers that have gotten promo versions of it. So I decided, since the Pigment Evil Stepmother is very similar, basically a black with purple sparkle, that I would get that instead and not get the palette, because I have so many shades that are similar to those in the palette that I just couldn't warrant getting it at this time. I mainly wanted to get anything, because of the packaging and because, hello, it's Cinderella. I'm really excited about this movie coming out. It's the live action version of Cinderella, Disney, and I believe it launches in the US on March the 13th. So I'm looking forward to seeing that movie, and you know, Cinderella is one of those classic Disney movies that we all grew up with. So, the first thing I'm going to share with you is the lipstick. I have that on right now, and the one I got is Royal Ball. Both of the lipsticks, sound like Miranda sings, both of the lipsticks in the collection are lusters, and this kind of irritated me because, like I said, I love my bold lipsticks, and luster just does not perform the way that bold lipsticks do, because it's sheer. There's a swatch of it there, and of course you can see it on my lips. This blonde hair, y'all, is tripping me out. This is a wig, by the way. My mother-in-law, which if you've seen the video on my personal playlist, which I've only got that one, my mother-in-law went through cancer treatment almost 2 years ago, and she got this wig when she lost her hair, and she's let me play with it now that her hair's grown back, and she's doing much better, so I'm glad for that. But anyway, this is the Royal Ball. I'm not used to wearing like this nude of a nude, like this basic of a nude color. And I have to say, I actually kind of like it. And of course the blonde hair helps a little bit. But I'll show you all of this with my regular hair and stuff later, so you can kind of see, you know, the difference. I'm a pale skin girl. I'm not sure how this is going to work on darker skin folks. I don't want to just say girls, because hey, you know, there may be some gentlemen out there who want to wear this, and that's fine. I'm all for that. But it's basic. I mean, honestly, I only got it for the packaging, so I'll give you a little close-up of that. And it's kind of a blue, iridescence, and gold, and it says Cinderella on there. So there's a close-up of that for you. Next is the little black Phloof. Say that 5 times fast. Next is the little black bow Fluidline, and it's pretty. It's definitely not black. I don't know why MAC wants to name things colors that they are not. This is not black. This is like, it's like that dress debate that's going on the internet right now. I feel like MAC could be responsible for that. I think the MAC people are the ones who see the dress as white and gold when it's actually blue and black. Anyway, this is not black, but I'll go ahead and do a little hand swatch for you. I do have it on my upper lash line here, in case you were wondering. I think this would also make a nice base. So there is little black little black bow Fluidline. Alright, and last but not least, the third thing I got from the collection. Oh, and one thing I have to say is I'm really disappointed that the top of the Fluidline is not iridescent the way the top of the other stuff is. Why would they do this to me? It's supposed to be iridescent. Anyway, okay, so the pigment again is called Evil Stepmother, and it is a black pigment with some purple sparkle. Now I'm going to get into my disappointment with this pigment and why I may send it back in a little while, but let me just go ahead and do a brush swatch for you. There's a brush swatch, which I think is pretty decent for a brush swatch. I am not forming words today, y'all. Okay, so there's the brush. Now, the brush swatch of Evil Stepmother pigment, and again, this is very close to the Stroke of Midnight eyeshadow that's in the Stroke of Midnight palette from the Cinderella Collection. However, of course, with it being a pigment, it is more pigmented. So there you have it. Okay, so now that I have these three to show you, if you are not interested in comparisons, then you may move along. But if you are not going to stick around, I'd appreciate you click that like button for me. I'll go ahead and do some comparison swatches for you. The lipstick and the Fluidline and the eyeshadow. So let me get cleaned up. I'll be right back. Alright, I've got some comparison swatches for you now. So on the bottom here we have Royal Ball. This first swatch here is Hue. Hue is probably the most similar, or maybe not the most similar. It's going to be between that one and this one, but it is similar in tone, but it's not as frosty looking. Hue is a glaze, while this is a luster, and Hue is a tad bit warmer, I think. But they are similar. So, next is Pervette, which definitely has much more purple to it. Next is Pet Me Please from the Alluring Aquatics collection. That's the one in the middle. So, and it's not really comparable. It's more purple as well, cooler toned, however you want to say it. Next is Plink, which is also a luster. I think Plink and these two are very similar. Maybe these combined can be pretty much what Royal Ball is. Of course, this is several swipes of Royal Ball because it's not very pigmented at all. And then finally, Siren Song, which is also from the Alluring Aquatics, and it's much lighter, much more nude, so it's not similar at all. So I'm going to wipe these off and just compare the three most similar ones side by side so you can get an idea of what they look like, and that way you can decide if you already have those, if you really need Royal Ball, or if you just want to get it because you like the packaging and you want to have the addition in your collection like me, but whatever. So I'm going to start with Royal Ball here, and I'm going to do just a few swipes just to get some color in there. And the next is Hue. Again, it's a little more warm toned, but also similar. And finally, Plink. Whoa. So there you go. Those are the three most similar ones that I have, or the two most similar ones I have to Royal Ball. You see? Whoa. Honestly, if I'd known how similar the Royal Ball was to these, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. But gosh, I really just wanted the packaging, so I can't lie, I spent $16 just to have a little pretty blue iridescent package of lipstick for my collection. But that's what collecting lipsticks is about, right? That may be why I have too many. Okay, so here I have Antique Diamond and Little Black Bow together. Little Black Bow is looking obviously darker just from the pot. But I'll go ahead and swatch them next to each other so we can get a good comparison here. Alright, there you have it. So, and yes, Little Black Bow is darker. They are similar in the fact that they seem to have the same color sparkle. I could be wrong about that, but just at first glance, it's kind of what it looks like. I think they would pair well together, actually. I could see this in a makeup look for sure. But that's really all I have to say about that. I don't really have any liners that would, I don't have any liners that are close to this at all, so I'm glad that I got that one because it is different. It's a pretty fluid line, I think. Very subtle, very, nice for when you just want to have a little shading and a little sparkle, but not go crazy. I really wish I had something to compare it to. The closest thing I could think of would be Mushroom from Urban Decay, but it's got more purple in it. There's Mushroom from Urban Decay. Okay, so finally I'm going to compare the Evil Stepmother Pigment to a couple of shadows that I have that are similar. And there's one thing that I want to note about the Evil Stepmother Pigment. I'm going to swatch it both wet and dry for you. But there's something you need to know. You need to know about the dry version of this eyeshadow. The wet version turns kind of metallic and it's very pretty. But the dry version, and I don't even know if you can tell here probably, has no sparkle. It absolutely disappears. And I'm going to show you, like, I'm going to show you. Let's just watch and see. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to take the pigment. I'm going to take the pigment off. I don't even know what accent I'm trying to do right now. Let's go ahead and just do another swatch of dry. It definitely foils out when it's wet. There's wet, there's dry. Now, so I really want you all to see. Okay. This is the dry. You see the sparkle in it right now? Now watch this. Goodbye, sparkle. Goodbye. It's gone. It's gone. The sparkle disappears. The sparkle disappears. It's gone. It falls out. And you can't see me, so I'm just really disappointed in that fact. So I'm going to go ahead and reapply it so you can see these comparison swatches. The first thing I'm going to compare it to is Envy by ColourPop. I'm new to ColourPop Cosmetics and I actually have a video coming out soon of my review of the haul that I recently got. But Envy is similar. It has a black base with purple sparkle. I feel like the sparkle in Envy is much more prominent. And it sticks around. It doesn't fall out the way that this pigment is doing. And I will show you that here now all over it. So there is the wet Evil Stepmother, dry Evil Stepmother, and there is Envy by ColourPop. So I'm going to just brush away at the ColourPop. And you see the sparkle is still there. So get close up. Now again, the wet version is foiled and it's pretty, but I feel like Envy, if you want the sparkle, just the black with the sparkle, is going to be a better bet for you if you're looking for a shadow or a pigment like that. And then last, I'm going to swatch Indigo. Sorry, I'm so close up. I'll swatch Indigo from the Lorac Pro Palette, Mega Pro Palette, because it's also a black with purple sparkle. I'm sorry. But it also has some blue sparkle in it too. It's got like different color purple sparkles. There's like pink and blue and purple, but I wanted you to see them all together. So this is Indigo from Lorac Mega Pro Palette. ColourPop Envy, dry Evil Stepmother Pigment, and wet Evil Stepmother Pigment. So, so I'm actually considering sending the pigment back. And I never ever send cosmetics back. This pigment, I'm just not sure. I'm gonna play with it wet and foiled and see if I still want to keep it. But dry, nah, not the way to go for this thing. So anyway, that is my review and comparison video. I hope you enjoyed the effort that I put into this look, because I tell you, it took more time to come up with this Cinderella look than it actually did filming this video, I'm sure. So if you enjoyed the effort, if nothing else, give me a thumbs up because I tried. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. I have lots of videos coming for you soon. If you have any questions, if you want to see any particular swatches of any of the products that I did today that I can compare to something else that I might possibly have in my collection, leave me a comment down below. I will make a swatch for you and put it on my Instagram. So if you want to follow me there, it's at @VMandyVanHook. Okay, so here is the brunette version of Cinderella, so you can see how this makeup look looks on somebody with dark hair. So anyway, I think the clock is about to strike midnight. Oh no! Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, that's good. Oh, I love you too.